All right, I fixed it. Sorry. So apparently I went live everywhere except for YouTube, which kind of doesn't work, right? Um, so sorry about that, but we're here. Okay. So we got quite a bit of things since we're doing this in 2 weeks. I actually made lots of notes, a lot of things that we kind of want to go over. A lot of things happened while we were gone. Um, Found some new cool things I want to try, some things that I wanted to give to you guys, especially the guys that are looking to get into tuning. I've found some stuff that may be extremely beneficial for you. It was actually beneficial for me as well, so I'm grateful for that. But I've got quite a list. We'll do a little bit of Q&A towards the end. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, move over to Tuned In with JWT. Make sure that you're in here asking questions because we'll do Q&A halfway through, and then we'll do some Q&A towards the end as well. I know I said last time that we weren't going to do memberships, but a lot of people reached out and they want memberships, but I wanted to make sure that we were going to offer something that makes it worth it, right? So we're going to do the membership stuff. We're going to talk about that. That's in the list as well. So we've got Global V Tuning memberships, some new tuning resources, some travel plans. We've got quite a bit tonight. So can you check and make sure that we have everything enabled for the chat? Got it. All right. You're a rock star, as usual. Thank you. All right. No, I do not want to update my phone. Remind me later. All right, so I got my notes. I made sure I'm going to be prepared for you guys because I felt like I wasn't last time, and that's why we're swapped this out to every 2 weeks so I can have a lot to chat about and a lot to go over. All right, so cool. Yes, Callie's coming. I know. But look, we tried to do that, but you was busy. Peyton, I see you, man. Well, I'll be coming through Ohio as well on this trip. So let's get into it first. First and foremost, Global B. It was something that I definitely, just like the C7 stuff, I didn't want to get into Gen 5 until I got my hands on a bunch of them. I got to do some crazy stuff with them, and I wanted to make sure that it was kind of flushed out, right? And that I could offer something that I can be proud of, that I'll be like, okay, I put my name on that. I feel like that's a good product. And I've been learning in the background. And if you watch our daily stuff, you can see we did a Blackwing local. And I can honestly say the first time I've been in a GM vehicle since the V2 that I feel like that's it. That's money. The way that thing shifts, the way it drives, the way it feels, the way it handles, other than the crappy rear suspension, that car's a monster. Pair that with the factory widebands, I mean, it's insane. We just did, it's a customer out here, Carlos and Miriam. So then we just did an upper pulley, or we did a stock upper pulley, but a lower pulley, still a 93 octane. And what do we do? Porta blower. Colin hooked us up with a porta blower on it. And I can tell you that is the fastest 14 pounds of boost on 93 octane I've felt to date. If you haven't seen the video, make sure you go check out our daily videos. We've been handling that, doing that. I know a lot of you guys really like that. I've been to several tracks where people were reaching out and being like, hey, man, I see your daily stuff. I really appreciate it. So I want to let you guys know I appreciate you as well. And that's why I'm trying to put so much into this. That's why we're doing these daily videos, because we want to make sure we bring you into the cool stuff and crazy stuff that we get to see. That being said, if you haven't watched the daily video, go watch it. Stay up with it. It'll kind of give you a little bit of insight of what's going on. What? Oh, that's right. Yeah. So Wendy's dad's here, and I don't think he knew what a Model X Plaid was. We're going up the hill, and he's like, man, this thing's got pretty good torque. So make sure you go watch that video as Wendy took him for a ride. We made sure he didn't have heart issues before. Oh, geez. She said he just had a heart attack. Okay. How's your mom? All right. That being said, the next Global B vehicle, I've remoted a couple C8s. Again, it was something I wanted to make sure that I was pretty familiar with and that we were able to get good results. So I worked closely with a couple different shops and different people that I deal with on the regular basis, as well as had one in hand. We just did, it already had some headers on it, which I don't think helped anything, but maybe. but we just did, basically that car had run 1140 to 1160. I think it was tuned by another shop, but that's what they run. I mean, there was a stack this big of slips from 1120, I think 1140 to 1160s. I'm not sure. But anyways, we retuned it. I spent a day or so on the street out here, kind of got it all dialed in, went to the track, and there's two things on the C8. So if you just let it shift itself, it'll shift around 6,200. But in testing with the Dragy, manually shifting it at about 7,000 gained 2 mile an hour, some cases 3 mile an hour. So with the first pass down the track, he forgot to use the manual because obviously we can't tune the trans. He forgot to use the manual. Car still went 1090 first pass out. This is around 3,000 DA here in Puerto Rico. So color me impressed. I think with him shifting it and maybe a little better weather and not being so hot outside, 1070s for a tune only. I know it's got headers, but I stand behind that the headers aren't going to help enough. But 1070 out of just a tune only C8, I think is pretty awesome. So C8 guys, Blackwing guys, we're here, we're ready. You know, we're going to make some waves in this year. I'm working a lot with Tim King on his Blackwing, and when it comes out, it's going to be a monster. So we've got the port injection set up on it already. So that's the next thing as well. Yes, we have a Global B with port injection. We're using 2 IPSI's reflex. So that's another big thing coming. Another thing I think is really cool is they have factory widebands. So no more, you got to have an HP tuner, you got to have a wideband, you got to have this. You just need an HP tuner. And they already have the factory widebands built in. The algorithm's pretty good. I can get you that base file, and within a couple of revisions, we should have you rocking and rolling. That's for C8, Blackwing, things like that. And then I recently realized the trucks have widebands too. GM's making a step in the right direction, and I'm really excited about that. I like the factory widebands. They seem to read really well. They're very fast. I have found instances where they won't autocorrect as well, but for the most part, they end up pretty damn close. And then we're going to dial it in anyways. We're not going to let it just be close enough. That's a Coyote thing. Yeah, for you Coyote people. All right. So something I've come across, and this is for the people that are interested in tuning. You guys ask me every time we do this about tuning, and I always say, go to the tuning schools, go to this, go to that, and just get all the information you can get, because you can never get enough information. If you watch Cletus and watch his videos on the trucks, right? There's a guy in there, Matt Sanford. So I'm looking at Facebook the other day, and I see a post from Matt Sanford saying, hey, did you guys know you can use ChatGPT to tune cars? And I'm like, hold tight. So I said, PM sent. I messaged him. I said, is this a troll post or what? He called me. We spoke for like an hour and a half. And then that led me to his YouTube page, Matt Sanford's YouTube page, as well as his tuning site. That dude is giving out the game. He is handing out how to do this. I mean, I think you got to do the subscription. I think it's $10 a month, but he's handing it out. Like, he's got a really good handle at it. Now, I know he doesn't really get into a lot of the performance stuff, and whatever, that's not his niche. So it kind of helped me think, you know, I don't mind giving away some secrets, some tips, some tricks, but you know, that is going to have to go with a membership deal, right? Why are you staring at me like that? All right. So anyways, so that's what kind of thought the membership. And a lot of people were asking me, hey, you know, if I'm a tuner and I just want to ask questions, you know, how do I ask questions? And I'm like, I don't mind the questions, right? But at a certain point, if I just open that floodgate, it's going to be hell. Okay. And I want to help. I'm here to help. But remember, I'm one person, and tuning takes priority over all of this. So when I'm tuning, that's priority. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up, I think it's 2 or 3 tier membership. Wendy can pitch in whenever she comes back. But basically, the first level will get member only videos, and that's going to be some of the tuning stuff that I'm just not ready to give out to the public right away. And I don't think that as gatekeeping. If you do, let me know. But remember, this is what I do for a living, and I didn't want to give it out, but you know, I've been getting a lot more enjoyment out of people running into me and saying, hey man, I really appreciate what you're doing. Tuners reaching out now. So I know that more cars are turning out better because these guys are not scared to reach out anymore. I feel like we're changing some things around, and a lot of these guys are on board. So if you're looking into getting into tuning and you're trying to learn, I definitely recommend go hit up Matt Sanford's page, hit that, it's $10 a month, $49 a month, I think, if you want him to help you, which is what we'll be doing as well. That'll give you a little more access to, hey man, I'm tuning this car, I'm having trouble, can you help me through it? That won't give you a tune because obviously we have a different site for that. But doing the monthly 49 thing is basically, hey man, I'm tuning this car, can you help me? And you'll send me the file maybe, and I'll help you through it. Or, for those guys that really want that one-on-one, I'm going to go ahead and offer that because I've been working on it with other tuners and I feel like I really enjoy it. I like helping them because it's helping everybody else. But go on Matt Sanford's page and start watching some of those videos, man. It's really cool, especially like Gen 5 Idle, things like that. I'm just really impressed with how he's doing it. I am surprised that he's giving up so much information, and I know he's held back a little bit, which whatever, but it's good. It's good stuff. All right, I'm gonna stop sucking him off and move to the next topic. Look, not many people give out information and it actually is worth the shit. And a lot of them you pay for it and it's not worth the shit. So, right? All right. I just make sure Wendy agrees. All right, let's see. So next thing, we will be leaving on the 4th. I fly out on the 4th and we're going to Hondo. So if anybody's going to Hondo at the half mile, you will get to witness us with the blue C7. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we went to the last half mile with it with 7 PSI springs in the gates and still did 194 miles an hour. This is a completely stock bottom end, stock head. It was stock trans at the time. He has since had Circle D go through it, tighten everything up, went through the converter. We're going 200. Still stock motor, still stock heads with the Turbskis. It's going 200. So if you're going to Hondo, make sure you come to visit us, come hang out. I fly in on the 4th. I fly back out on the 7th. I come back to Puerto Rico. I'm here for a rental on the 9th. And then on the 10th, I go back to Houston. Whew. We got a lot coming up. So basically just saying, if you're Hondo and you want to pull up. All right. And then if you watch our videos, I don't know if we've posted anything about it yet, but we did the Texas Mile, which I'm kind of scared of, right? Because people that can run 4 quarter miles at a time terrify me. But we did have a CTSV customer that went 200. So congrats to him. Mark Derryberry, he hit me up a few days before and was like, man, we really want to get this going. I'm going to change the injectors last minute. Is that okay? And I said, absolutely, let's do it. And he worked with me. We dialed the car in. He hit his goal. And there's a really, really cool video on the Texas Mile page with his celebrating, excited, really good stuff. Go check that out. But congrats to Mark for that. All right. So, and we might be going to Japan. So if you're from Japan, know anybody in Japan, early May, we might be in Japan. See? All right. So if you know people from Japan, hook us up, make some connections. If there's somebody that we can go do a podcast with, I'd totally do it, but I don't think Wendy's going to allow it. She might. As long as it's not on her birthday, which her birthday is May 10th. Don't you guys forget it. She's going to be 24 again. All right. So after we get all that done, and after Japan, early May, starts the road trip. So I'm starting it here, letting you guys know, and then we're going to go from there. But before I get into that, make sure that if you're on Instagram or Facebook, you move over to Tuned In with JWT, hit the like, hit the subscribe, help us out. They do donations, whatever you guys just, help us build this channel because I think we're doing stuff, right? Because a lot of people are you're helping us. I like that we're uniting the community and it's all for the good. It's all going to be good. Those that don't like it just don't want to help you anyways. So fuck them. But anyways, what? Oh, that's right. How do you say it? Fowler. She says Fowler. At least we know he watches. Appreciate that, Joe. All right. So Bragging Rights. Bragging Rights is in North Carolina. It is on the 15, 16, 17. 15th, 16th, 17th, Bragging Rights, North Carolina. We will be there. I don't know that I'm going to bring a car. I'm probably not. Only because I have a lot of customers there. I think Tim King's going to be debuting his Blackwing there, and I need to be ready for that. And then from there, we are going to head north. I'm going to try to stop by my buddy YFT Garage, maybe meet up with Dan Hoare out there in Pennsylvania. But we are headed north to Rochester. We've got a lot planned out there, a lot of cars in Rochester. We might try to sneak across the Canada border. Maybe not. I don't know if they'll let us this time. They didn't last time. Oh, never mind. We have guns. We can hide them somewhere. Anyways, but if you want to get in on that trip and you're in between Rochester and North Carolina, let us know, because we have to go that way and we'll have about a week to kill, because the guys in Rochester will be ready the following week. So make sure that you say something. If you don't say something after, because it's too late. We're going to go up that way and then loop back around. We don't have it all planned out yet, but that's definitely the ideal route of what we're going to do. We're going to be hitting Ohio, but I think Ohio has to be before Bragging Rights, because I need to go get the car ready. So I'm not sure. Basically, I'll probably have to fly back from Japan, back to the States, go to Ohio, go to Bragging Rights, go to Rochester. We're going to be on the road for a while. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. All right. I went through that a lot faster than I thought I did. Yes, we're going to California. You guys need to help me, organize this. August? Wendy says August, September-ish. Yes, Ohio in May. That'll be before. All right. Marcus, why are we pausing? What is he saying? Oh, all right. So I got that out. I've let you guys have the info. Let's discuss it. I don't think we have any questions yet. If you guys have any questions, and on Global B, on the Matt Sanford stuff, on the traveling, on anything like that, now is the time. But I am very excited for this Global B stuff, and we'll be doing a lot more of it. I've already done some supercharged C8s. We may be getting a twin turbo one here on the island. It's here. It's just stuck at the dealership because the cluster won't come on. But Alexander might be purchasing that one, so we'll have that to play with. But yeah. Okay, let's see. When you guys say stock motor, do you mean stock cam? No. When I say stock motor, I mean stock bottom LT4, stock heads that aren't ported. But it does have a supercharged stage 2 cam, I think. I don't remember. It's whatever cam was in it, he just left it in there. So no. What was I saying? I thought the Holley system was a self-correction type VCU, aka AI for the most part. Kinda. Definitely don't use it for that. Let's see, Joe Griffin. It's not gatekeeping. I've watched all his Matt's Family videos and have gained a huge amount of knowledge. I am willing to pay for good information. Right, Joe. And that's what we were thinking. And that's what people are saying. But at the same time, I don't want to lock things away there, right? Like that'll be the stuff that this was never intended to be a tuning tutorial page. It never was supposed to be that. I did not want it to be that. But in helping these other tuners and helping other people, I've come to really enjoy that part, right? So unfortunately, I've got to get paid for the time, right? Because that's going to be time that I'm going to spend away from the kids. That's also time I have to budget within my tuning. And if you watch our daily videos, we do a lot of stuff. We are always doing something. And I'm going to bring this one more time. Wendy, come over here and say this. Hurry, hurry, hurry. It is. It is. It is. Say it.
Four-wheeler.
Say it right.
That's how I say it.
She said four-wheeler.
Four-wheeler.
Four-wheeler. All right. Anyways, moving on. What part of Ohio? Trevor, you know where we're going. Come on. Be serious. We're going to be in Dayton, or it's around Dayton. Type in here and tell me where it's at. You know where. Beaver Creek, Dayton area, that area. Tim's house. Any updates on Global B Flex Fuel? So what we did on the C8, because we don't have Flex Fuel sensor, that is available if you are a Dave Steck guy and you can get him to give you a flex sensor, cool. If not, we just adjust the Stoic and let the widebands do their work, and it works great. So we do have Flex on some of the other Global B stuff. but that's just from other shops. We're just finishing the tuning. But anyways, yes, it's there. Max Out Lawyer, I've seen you got your builds going and looks cool. I love that garage, by the way. And thank you for always kind of being here, helping us out and following. Will you be anywhere in Kansas anytime soon? Actually, we have to go to Missouri. And I'm not great with, I'm usually pretty good with geography, but hold tight. Let me check that. I think that's somewhere around there. Isn't Missouri above that? Yeah, isn't that above Kansas? Where Toto lives, right? It's next to it. Absolutely. Yes, we will be going. I don't know that we're supposed to go through Kansas, but we may. Let me know. I'm sure we can figure that out. Huh? Yeah, what part of Kansas, Czilla? Andrew with the donation. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Donations help out a lot. We really appreciate it. So thank you. Let's try this again. What gears are mainly used in the 10-speed when roll racing? It depends on how fast you want to go, right? When you did your pull, what was it? Do you remember? She did 4th gear through 7th gear. Jesus Christ, how fast were you going? How fast were you going? Do you know? 160s? Probably 150, 160s. So I would say 4th through 7th. That sounds about right. Did that answer the question, Andrew? Make sure. Let me know. Yeah, it was still raining outside, kind of. I'm too eager to drive the car with the blower port. Probably going to have you to remote tune revision. Everything will be ready in about a week. Should I make an appointment? Yes, yes. If we tune your car and you need revisions or anything, please use the website. It allows me to organize a little better. That way you're not like, bro, what's up with my tune? We schedule it. I do hammer them in between and I try to keep everybody caught up. I've been working really hard on that, trying to stay focused on tuning when tuning hours are. So bear with me, but yes. C8Z is not tunable yet. I know they're like tricking the computers a little bit and making that work, but not yet. But when that does come out, it's going to be Coyote Killer for sure. Trevor Pollitt, yes, Beaver Creek. Okay, cool. I thought that. I did see what was that thing out there? Groundhog. Yeah, first time I ever saw a groundhog was out there. Oh, there's Tim. Waynesville. All right, so Waynesville. We can't get DSX offshore. I know he hates me too, so I'm not really sure. But since you have widebands, it's really not that big a deal. Change the torque ratio, works great. I don't remember what part of Missouri I'm going to. I need to figure that out, and I'll let you know. But I'm going to drop off a buddy of mine's car. Wichita, Kansas. Oh yeah. We were just in Tulsa. Why you didn't hit me up? We would have come through there. All right, I got you, Andrew. Thank you, man. Just want to make sure that I got that answered properly. Was there any issues with hooking up Reflex on GB CAN bus address, Kobe? Tim King, if you're still in here. Yes. Yes, they're having some issues. I think they're trying to figure it out, but I'm not there doing it. Tim is the one doing it, so he may be able to help you. Austin Tran, next time in Georgia. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, we'll probably have to drive through there to get to North Carolina. So maybe. Let me know what spot. Shoot me a message. All right. Off topic. What supporting mods are needed to run 50 to 150 shot of nitrous on a stock? Nothing. Just spray that shit. People, stop being scared of nitrous. If you got a good tuner, spray that shit. If your tuner is scared of nitrous, tell them go to church on Sunday. I don't know what to say. Spray that shit. Nitrous has been around forever. Shit works. LT4s, they eat that shit up. Stop being scared. We're not here. We're the not scared crew. I got nitrous on your car, fool. I got it on my car. That's because I have a stock in, basically. Whatever. I have sprayed it before. Don't listen to her. I'm glad y'all can't hear her. I said pause when you said you were going to stop glazing Matt Sanford. Also, what part of Cali are you planning? I'm down to try to go. All right. Sorry. Look, I appreciate when people try to help everybody else. I'm trying to do it. I appreciate when he does it. I'm just, it's rare that I run across another tuner that actually is doing things properly and doing all the tables. So he deserves the promotion for that. He really does. But anyways, thank you for the donation because that's extremely appreciated. And for Cali, I'm sure it's going to be SoCal area. So probably LA and down. We might go as far as like right above LA. What is that place? Oh, well, okay. So it depends on when, because Wendy wants to go back up to the Redwoods too. So we may do a trip where we go all the way across and then all the way up like we did like a year or two ago. Just stay in touch. We'll do it. We're gonna hit almost every single state this year. Again. Yeah, we like traveling. Hola, senor. That's Ethan. What's a Fortnite god? My son. I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm just that old. All right. Peyton's car is the maroon sea. Fool, you know I know who Peyton is. I'm not retarded. Oh, we can't say it? Can we say it? We can say that. We can say the R word now, right? Let me know in the comments. Can we say the R word? Anyways, is tour mode on the Camaro SS better to race in? Some people say it shifts faster. Can you debunk this? It does not shift faster. I don't know. It has nothing to do with shift. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry, got a crazy text. Anyways, no, the Tour adjusts the suspension on that car, and that's why we like that. I race mine in Tour, but I modify my shift tables to work as, you know, track sport, things like that. It's all in the tune, but main reason we use Tour is to soften the suspension, so when you hit it, it squats. That's the benefit. But a Camaro SS also doesn't have mag ride, so I don't think that there's any benefit of that. At what power level do you typically see the benefit of a 10 rib setup on a 1.7? I have not actually seen the benefit yet. On Nate's car, we made about the same boost on an 8 rib as we did with the 10 rib. So I don't know that there's a benefit other than it looks super cool and it has less belt slip. Not a lot, but a little bit less, and you know that matters. The main benefit is the tensioner. So going to that LT5 tensioner is the biggest benefit of going to the 10 rib. Which I think you can do that on the 8 rib, but we just don't. How does one schedule a live tuning session with you where you get the laptop, where you get the HP tuner info and see everything live instant? You just hate me, don't you? Don't you? I can do it. If you really want that and you really need that and you're set on that, I will do it. Hit me up, PM. I do it every now and then, but the problem is I'm trying to make sure everybody's happy. And when I'm live on somebody's computer, I can't open another window because I don't want to do that. But if you need that, we'll make it happen. I'm excited to start seeing 3.0 Whipples on the new 5.5. If the new 5.5 has flat intake flanges, absolutely. If it's still a V, don't think I would try that. Austin Tran, thank you for the donation, man. Greatly appreciate it. GPI drop in LT1, YSIB, 1,000 wheel on E, but be able to run on 93. You told me to do smooth boost or meth. Is smooth boost and meth doing too much? No, it's never too much. So the reason for the meth is, so when you go to 93, you still have essentially the same octane, not the same, but let's say 60% of the octane that you would on ethanol. The other reason for meth is because it's a century blower, and century blowers typically make a lot of heat. So the meth will help quench that intake air temp coming in. The smooth boost was mainly just to try and say we want to make 24, 25, 26 pounds of boost because, you know, shit gets crazy. You really don't want to do that on 93 meth anyways, and you really can't use it much on the street. So the smooth boost just gives you an option to adjust that boost. The other main reason is because you could spin that blower to say a theoretical 26 or 30 PSI, and you use the smooth boost to control it at say 20. And that way, instead of starting at 8 PSI and building up to 20, you'll start at 17 PSI and go to 20, right? Because you're using the smooth boost to bleed it and you're allowing the blower to spin as much as it needs to spin. Doing that on a C7 with a F1894, having basically spooling it up, running 20 pounds of boost both ways. This was way back, but we used a wastegate at that time. We would run 920s, pretty consistent with the car. And by spinning it up higher and utilizing a wastegate, we were able to run 870s. So same boost, same everything. The boost just came in that much faster because the blower had already had it on tap. Hopefully that answered that properly for you. As someone who was born legally retarded, yes. Best answer ever. That's funny. All right. What do you think about running full E on ZL1 stock injectors, high pressure pump, and a K-Tech dual fuel pump, low side with 32% cam? Not safe for injectors. Why would it not be safe for the injectors? It would be perfectly safe for the injectors. The cam will allow us enough volume for the high pressure pump. The K-Tech dual fuel pump gives us enough low side. I'm not sure why that would be an issue. Let me know what you think. Okay, we're gonna keep going, but just real quick, if you're on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, make sure to come on over here to Tuned In with JWT on YouTube. If you have questions, Q&A is going to be only on YouTube. Eventually, we're going to have to start cutting the other ones out. I don't know when, but we want to kind of keep this our own community, right? Especially when we do the membership stuff. We kind of want to make sure we're giving the information to the people that really want it. We're not just wasting time on other platforms. That being said, when you're here, like, share, subscribe, spread this out, spread it to other people, spread it to the other tuners that, you think they're doing a pretty good job, but they need a little extra hand. Reach out, tell them to hit us up. As the title says, stop holding back, start reaching out, start asking help. If tuners don't want to help each other, then they're going to get weeded out this year. The tuners that want to help, which all the big name tuners I've talked to this year, they're totally on board with this. They all want to help. Everybody is tired of this industry being so cutthroat and just so full of shit. Like, let's all do better. My favorite thing to tell people to do is be better. So I'm gonna follow that myself. We're gonna be better. Huh? Don't be bitter, be better. I like that. Do I need a 15-inch conversion at 1,000 wheels? So if you're gonna go to the drag strip, 15s are king. If you're gonna be on the street, until somebody proves me otherwise, 18s are king. The wide, short for the interstate, and then the fat, for the track. Can nitrogen be used instead of meth for cooling and for power on a YSI BD? Of course it can. So, as Wendy was over here making fun of me, the only time I do spray my car is when the DA is just really kind of nasty shitty. And I do that to try to get rid of, de-swampify that air coming in. Yes, it does make a little more power, but it's not the same as meth. But I'm not going to spray nitrous all the time. Meth you can spray all the time. I mean, I guess you could spray nitrous all the time. Then you're just that next level of gangster, and I can't afford to fill the bottles for that. Jacob Schultz, heard you touch on nitrous and tell them guys quit being pussies and spray it. And my wife loves the 10-speed in her new V. Just a little butthurt because she won't let me drive it. Because you can't drive it, Jacob. Every time you drive it, it's like me driving Wendy's car. You break the damn thing. Leave her and her 10-speed alone. But if she wants to put nitrous on it, I'm all for it. Sam, bad taxi out there. Gonna be sending some logs over to you for my trans, shifting hard and slow. Still ran a 4.8, 6130, fifth gear only. Ran a 4.200. Jesus, look at that. You're actually getting a little brave. The sad part is that car is probably way faster than that. But that's okay because I'll be in town and we can go do it together. But we're not holding hands. Huh? I'll drive. Yeah. Anyways, 2015 truck with a 6.2 and 8L90 BTR Stage 2 cam. Using stock torque converter, do you prefer to use an aftermarket torque converter for better parking lot drivability? I mean, we shouldn't have an issue with drivability with a cam that size. It should be fine on the stock converter. I mean, a little bigger converter doesn't hurt, but stock converter should be fine. But I do agree. Circle D, which that episode's coming soon. We're doing the shop tour and then the actual podcast where we sat down with Brady, Chris, and Pete Nichols. A lot of good information on there. But if not, hit them up for a converter. What's wrong?
comments from other things besides YouTube.
Yeah, they all come in here. I just don't tell people that. Shh.
Reading this shit that I read.
All right. Somebody tell the tuner from LMR to come learn something. Look, whenever he's ready, and he wants to ask for help, I'll probably tell him eat a dick. Just kidding. I would help him if he asked me, but he would never do that because his confidence is rightfully so. He built a badass business. Not hating at all. I just wish his cars were faster, and I could help him with that. Steven, holler. But how much power can you make with an LSX 376 and a 2650? That's a pretty open-end question because there's like several 2650s. There are several combinations. 376. If you're talking about the one that comes factory, like the B series LSX, give me a little more detail. Welcome back. Glad you can make it too. Yeah, we've all been busy, but I wanted to make sure I was here. I was on time, even though I fucked it up the first bit. But I made it back, and that I had plenty of information and energy and ready to go. And I got my Chomps meat sticks. This is not a paid promotion, but if they want to hook it up, hook it up. Thank you, Jason, for the donation. I appreciate it. My stock V3 will occasionally not shift at wide open throttle. Any ideas? Appreciate all you do. Yes, it's in auto mode. Best bet, justinwhitetuned@gmail.com. Shoot me a log over, shoot me a file, and I can at least guide you and let you know what's going on there. I have no problem with that. Just kind of depends. There's several things that could make that not happen. Have you done much with L8Ts? I made 530 wheel on a 225 cam and LT2 intake, only L8T. I mean, that makes sense. We've made 500 wheel with, what was it? Just Escalades. We made 500 wheel with a cam and an Escalade before. So that makes sense. I've tuned a couple of LAT trucks. I was actually working on one right before this. So yeah. I'm being a little messy, but did you see that 1500 C8 run 6130? I just told Wendy about that. I was like, man, where's the other 1,000 horsepower? But listen, that you don't know the whole story, and I'm sure that was turned down a little bit. I don't know, dude. People still send the cars there. You know, we don't know. We'll see. He may change. Justin White says full E is okay on stock injectors, and I guess I'm okay. I'm running a 10% lower, 32 cam, and K-Tech low side. Just want to make sure it's safe before road course track days on full E. Well, the best way to do it is have a log of it, and then we'll make sure everything's perfect. All right. How could an ignition cut cause an intake backfire? Boost gone from 24 pounds to 34 plus on a 2650 LT4 during a no lift shift. Ignition cut 60% or more with -5 degrees timing during shift. I mean, the only thing I could think is if it's making that much power, it's probably got port on it, and if the port or the DI don't cut when they're supposed to cut, and you pulled that timing, that fuel is still being sprayed. That low timing is going to late ignite, and I could see it. I could see it happening. But we make sure that we do a lot of things to try to mitigate that when we do the port injection stuff. Also, no lift shift just shows that you're a gangster. Props. I'm scared of that. It's when you don't let off the gas, shift in that manual. All right. I was trying to mansplain you. How would women know anything if we didn't? All the women followers gone. Shit. My Z01 LE runs full E on that setup, but ported heads. Hell yeah. So the B15 is factory LSA internals, and that's pretty safe to about 1200. So I don't see an issue with that at all. My 2024 Maro SS does have mag. Does it? Is it worth getting springs or coilovers to help 60 foot, or is mag ride control? We cut 1/160s on factory mag ride, so it's good. Is it a 1LE? Is that why? Because I didn't think the SS came with mag ride, but I know the 1LE did. Or am I wrong? If I'm wrong, let me know. I need to know too. But I did have a Lingenfelter check valve. Okay. Like Brad's LMR car, 60 to 130 was trash for the power level. Can't wait for the dollar cars in May. We're coming. We're coming. It's our Rochester guys. Tim King, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Tim's been helping us a shit ton, dealing with a lot of shenanigans because he has a 2024 Blackwing. But if you have a 2023, 2024 TCM that you cannot get unlocked, that guy can get it done. His 2024 does have the trans tuning enabled, and we are working on it. And he's allowing us to use his car to really learn the platform and push the limits and let you guys know, right, what we can do. And yeah, obviously, if you need a transmission built, you guys should know Tim's the man. That's, he worked with us on Wendy's 10-speed. He does all the transmissions for several of the cars we do. What is your opinion on rezoning the virtual VE prior to tuning it? It depends on the setup. I've been dealing with that a lot. Sometimes you have to rezone it, but it seems like sometimes when you do it, it definitely causes some adverse effects. Just hit me up on the side and I can kind of show you what I saw. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. 13-hour shift made me late as fuck, but you made it, and that's what counts. And we appreciate it. And hopefully you appreciate this. Bullshit. I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, when you were mansplaining the story.
Well, now you know more, right? Did I not just make it easier for you, Lori? I won't fuck with you, Lori. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. You don't pitch in over there. You stay out of this. All right. I plan on doing a lower pulley change from a 9.2 to 9.5 on my V2, and I'm out of my 3-month period. Do I need to pay for the whole 3-month revision for just a pulley change? Typically, I would do more changes than that. If it's just a pulley change, just shoot it over to me. I'll check it out. If it needs a little touch up, we'll work something out. Not a big deal. No, you shouldn't have to do the whole 3 months for that again. LT1 tuning. I appreciate you, Justin. You keep my cars happy. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Donations go a long way. I'm very grateful for that. Was making 16, 17 pounds of boost on my stock LT1 fuel system with low side on pump 93 and meth with the LT4 high side and injectors. Will I have enough to run E? I don't know if LT4 pump and injectors will give you enough headroom fully, but with the meth, you're going to be damn close. You'll have to adjust things in the meth box, which is another thing. Watch the alky control episode, people. There's so much invaluable information in there. And I've had so many people reach out and were like, damn, I didn't even know to check those things. Make sure you watch it. It's so damn good. But you'll know what I'm talking about, adjustments inside the box. A lot of these tuners, if you ever have a tuner that's tuning a car that's on meth and he never asked you what your meth settings are, or he's never like, let's go through the box, or he's, you should never feel that meth coming in. If you feel that meth coming in, something's fucking wrong. Simple as that. Don't know the power I made, but I trapped 151. If you trapped 151, you should be around 7 something. 2016 Camaro SS, the only year that didn't make 1LE but offered mag ride. Huh. Did not know that. The more you know. Does it come with the ZL1 rear diff too? Because that would be pretty cool. What can be a reason why my 5th gen stalls while driving? When I give it gas, it drives normal, then it stalls again. It's a manual car. I would assume it's not tuned by us. That might be the best answer. Log and a tune, I can check that out for you, but typically if it's stalling, it's a manual, so as long as you're driving properly and the tuning. But yeah. Huh? Not going to comment. Did you get some testing done to Wendy's V? No. We're going back. April 10th, I'll be in Houston, and we will find the first time HMP is open, and we will send that shit down the strip. Promise. And we'll video it. We'll take you guys along. Huh? Yeah, we want to. We just haven't had time. Another 10 for mansplaining. Thank you, Andrew. You the man. Huh? Hey. Don't do that to him. All right. There you go. Help us out. Thank you, Lynn. Hit the thumbs up. Share this stuff. If you're on the phone with your friends, be like, hey, dude, you ever see that stuff that Justin's doing? Hey, you need some help? Do that. Yeah. Just make sure, you help us spread this out. Spencer, I see you over there on Facebook. Get your ass over on YouTube, tuned in with JWT. Ask the questions over there, and I will answer them. But since you've helped me out, I will tell you, yes, Spencer, hit up Tim. Tim can hook you up with that. But you should be on YouTube. How do we get in touch with you, Tim? Tim says, Kobe. I don't think that's what he meant. Tim will tell you that in the comments. I have a V3 with stainless works exhaust, and it's just too loud for city driving. Car makes 800 wheel, and I want to throw my stock exhaust back on. Well, yeah, the stock exhaust, from what I've seen, flows really good to about 1,000 on the V3. It's really good. All right, so I wasn't knocking you driving a manual. I'm saying as long as you drive it right, which if you say you can, I will believe you because you're here. So that means you're pretty smart. But if it didn't do it until you went there, chances are that's what happened. But I will be there on the 4th if you need help. But I'll have to hurry because I'm going to Hondo. And we offer remote. I could make it not stall remotely tomorrow, whenever. No, I got a full schedule tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Have you tuned any boosted L8Ts with stock rods and pistons? And if so, how much did they make? I heard they should stay around 650 crank rods and pistons. You know, they also said that about LT1, but we make 850 with those all the time. So I'd have to assume it's the same. The crank is phenomenal. I'm sorry. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. I'm always eating on these. Anyways, I don't remember what it was. I think the rods were the weak part. So maybe 650, but maybe if you just move the power up top, it would be a little better. I'm sure there's plenty of ways to go around that, but I wouldn't think 650 would be the limit. When are you and Wendy coming to Colorado? Got some Mustangs, BMWs here that need to be humbled. That's in the plans. I was actually talking to a new customer. Him and his wife were doing their cars, and they're in Colorado Springs. And, you know, they're a husband-wife duo. You're a husband-wife duo. We're a husband-wife duo. We need to hook it up. So I will be coming to Colorado at some point this year. Absolutely. You and Winnie keep playing around. I'm going to come drive the V my damn self. We've been waiting to see that thing in action. If she wouldn't have broke my car, you'd have seen it at Cadillac Attack. But she broke my car so bad, she had to drive the Cadillac back, and it wouldn't have made sense to go race it and then chance breaking something there. But it's coming. It's coming. I promise. I promise. We're going to have to post all the views in the members only, the racing in the members only section.
Yeah. I'll be out making rip after rip.
That way we can afford to pay when we fix it or break it. Best place to dump an exhaust on a Camaro. Does it gain horsepower, lose some? Full bolt on setup? Yeah. I mean, less restrictions, less restriction. But I would at least try to get it behind the driver's seat because I don't really think there's much issue there. Chris, I know you've been going through a lot, man. Bear with it. We're going to make it through. I promise. Remember, we do this all the time. You're not the first one to have issues. You won't be the last one to have issues. But bear with us. You'll be fine. We'll get it set up. Is it true your wife got a 10-speed? Yes, she has a 2009 CTSV. We'll do videos on the cars when we get there. April 10th. Calm down. It's coming. There is a pull. Yeah, there's a pull in our shorts. So if you watch our shorts, you'll see that she makes a wide open pull down the interstate, 4th through 7th gear, about 18 pounds of boost. Shit's flying. But the 10-speed swap was done by Tim King and Sean at Powertrain Swap Solutions. So those two guys, hit them up, get a 10-speed. They put a 10-speed in everything. They'll put a 10-speed on your blender if you let them. Recommended nitrous shot size on a C7 stock C7 Z06. My tuner doesn't like nitrous or meth. He just doesn't like the fucking party. That's all there is to it. You can't be a sissy your whole life. Only mods are cold air intake, flex fuel, and a DSX low side. I would suggest a 200. I would put a 200 nozzle on it, and you know, as long as you got enough fuel, let that shit eat. It'll take. I can tell you, I have put 400 through a stock CTSV and never blew it up. So I know an LT4 will take at least 400, but 200 would be a good start. If you do under 200, use a bitch. I've been trying to get in touch with Rick Crawford. Good luck. Why is he hard to talk to, spend money with? Do you know his preferred method? He doesn't even answer me. Like I when I get him on the phone, I pull all the knowledge I can pull out, and then I don't hear from him for a few months. But he will be at Bragging Rights, probably running the overdrive class. So you could probably hit him up there. I've heard if you corner him in the bathroom, he likes that. Yeah, give him a little liquor, and you know, that might be your best bet. But he doesn't answer phone for me either. So, but when you do get him, he's a wealth of knowledge. He is super, super smart. SoCal, I think Wendy's saying August. We have actually bought a paper calendar. So we are writing down dates. So yeah, which I've never done. If you know me, you know that we kind of just fly by the seat of our pants. We just go where we got to go. And it is what it is. June and July. I don't know. What are we doing June and July? Preferably something up north. Okay. But SoCal's probably going to be around August. We'll keep you updated on that. What is the slowest car you've ever tuned? Boy, I don't know. There's quite a bit. Quite a bit. A lot of swap trucks and swap things like that. They're heavy. They're not going to really go that fast. But I mean, we don't care. Like, honestly, dude, if you come to me with an old fucking shit box that you put all your hard-earned money into and you like it, you're going to get the same attention to detail as you're going to get with a $200,000 build. I don't roll like that. I don't give a shit. If your car and you like it and you pay me to do that service, you're going to get the top service no matter what. I don't play that money game. Probably why I'm broke. Whatever. We're broke and happy. Your thoughts on high flow cats? Throw them in the freaking trash. Don't do them. Not good. Don't do it. You want to quiet it down, put a muffler, put a resonator. I hate high flow cats. They always fail. Not kinda, they always fail. Sofa King Slow. I'm not a tuner, so a lot of the technical info is over my head. Do you have a video on how to be a good tuning customer? If not, can you make one? Noted. We're gonna write that down. Honestly, it's reading the things that are in the email and asking questions. And then when you send a log, there's a lot of people that are getting there real detailed and type in. I love that. The more info, the better. The longer the log, the better. The more information I can do, the better job we can do. Oh shit, look, Mark, it's our 200-mile-an-hour king here. We were just talking about your daughter's video, which, not gonna lie, teared up 100%. Hopefully I can experience that one day. But I appreciate it. I'm glad you let us be part of the team, and congrats on your success. Husband and wife duo here too. Look, we need to have like a big husband-wife duo meetup, right? Where all the guys can talk shit and the wives can actually show us what fast looks like. Sorry. Race ready. Okay, there's Spencer. Here's your YouTube comment. Tim, I'll be calling you tomorrow. Shout out to Spencer. Spencer's come a long way. We've known him for a very long time through very many situations, but he has been doing Global B, and he's getting it figured out. Are you guys going to make it up to Iowa? I can't see why not. What? Recall this. I've eaten more metal than anything else in my life. I worked in a shop. Oil and metal is my thing. I eat metal for breakfast. All right. Iowa. I don't know yet. If there's a couple cars, we can make it happen no matter what. But Bilal, I'm going to let you know. You're never going to finish that build. But if you do, yeah, Iowa, you can meet us in Missouri. We'll be there. What's your outlook and a CT5 Blackwing? Is it easy to make them fast? Well, you're late to the party. CT5 Blackwing is my new favorite car. V2 was my all-time favorite, best bang for the buck platform. I will not say the CT5V is best bang for the buck. because you got to have a lot of bucks and I can't afford that. But I will tell you that it is a very, very nice vehicle and they do go fast, very easy. So um, definitely get one. Definitely let us work with you on it. Here's your comment. Look, there's no metal in it. Look, can you see it? What's that shiny part? I'm just kidding.
A little bit of lithium, but
What's that supposed to mean? Anyways, using a stock Camaro LT1 as a base, what's needed to be done to run nitrous safely? Phone call to John Verrett at Nitrous Outlet and proper installation. But yeah, that's it. You can do a dedicated fuel system. That'd probably be better to make sure that you have adequate fueling. But that's pretty much all you need. The stock cam actually handles nitrous pretty well. Ask me how I know. Full year calendar game changer. That is a game changer for us because, like I said, we were like, hey, you know, it'd be cool if we went to Japan, and now we're booking a trip to Japan. So that's how we roll. We once lived in Europe for 3 weeks, visiting everywhere we decided to go last minute on a plane we bought the day before. So, you know, if you know, you know. JJ, would you say, who would you say is great at tuning the LT platform like yourself? Myself. What you trying to say, fool? I don't know. I'm not here to pipe other people off. So I know you was digging into the Ford tuning platform. Did you get anywhere with it? I'm not doing it. There's too many Ford people. There's too much stuff locked out. It's not worth the time. And if I have to take time away from learning more, since we're really kind of progressing in this global B and getting some background tables and access to things that that most don't have access to, I'm going full into that. And we're going to make sure that we have the best Gen 5, Gen 4, global V platforms out there. Jacob, Tim King hooked us up and dropped it off on Friday, picked it up 1 week later. Super nice. Jacob was talking about a 10-speed conversion that Tim just did on his V3. And he called me today telling me how badass it was. If you're on the fence of if you want a 10-speed, remember the 8 speeds self-disassemble and 6 speeds don't have enough gearing. There's your sign. Got a manual C701 tuned in headers, Rotofab 5-inch and 285 pulley, made about 830 horsepower, but the drivability feels off. I need to make an appointment. Look, I'm down. C701s are my baby. If you don't know, I love C701s. I'd be more than happy to help you with that. And if you watch our videos, we have some pretty damn fast ones. Streetcar takeover in Indy is in June and Martin, Michigan in July. What's Martin, Michigan? Oh, that's the place. Okay. All right. So, yeah. All right. I'm going, guys. Well, I mentioned Duo in business, but maybe your wife can convince her to race my V. Wendy talks people into doing bad things all the time. Are you talking about bragging rights at Rockingham? Absolutely. Yes. Bragging rights in Rockingham. That's where we're going to be. That's where we're going to corner Rick Crawford in the bathroom again. I heard a rumor that HPT is changing their system to where once a car is tuned on a specific MPVI, no other MPVI will be able to read and write over that file. So that's Global B. Welcome to that. So basically, once we write the tune and we send it out on all Global Bs, it will be locked. And once that tune is put in, you cannot read it out. You'll get a stock file. Not mad about it. Honestly, people have been stealing our shit for way too long. Doesn't lock any customer out of their vehicle. They can still access their vehicle. And I like that. Aaron Barton, not even close. Anybody that does remote tuning with us, look, if you feel bad because your vehicle is having issues, they all have issues. I just am not the dickhead that's like, well, figure it out. I'll talk to you later. I'm going to work with you and we're going to go through it and we're going to figure it out. It may take some time, but we're going to figure it out because at the end of the day, we're not tuning over issues. We're going to fix it or we're not going to do it at all. So don't worry about it, Aaron. We're going to get through it. I promise you we're getting through it. And you can see we're making progress. Jerry and Stacy Aikman will be at the Hondo event to meet you and work. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And I look forward to meeting you guys out there. We should, hopefully it's going to be a hell of an event. I'm excited. I'd love to see 200. And I feel like we're going to get it no problem. I'll be racing. That'll be kind of cool. I'll be racing streetcar bragging rights in May. Did you get a new diff sorted out in C7? Yes, I did. I actually rebuilt the diff in Orlando, but the trans was messed up. So the trans went back to Circle D. Watch our videos. They rebuilt the trans. They went through it. The trans was in good shape. We broke a planet inside of it. So the trans is fixed. It's going to go back in the car when we get back on the 10th. And I don't think I'm racing it at bragging rights though, because I don't want to drag it all the way to New York. It's just a pain. It's easier to go there and help customers. What? Yeah. Good to know you like the CT5V since my wife wants one and I like headers in the 85. See, get one. I'm telling you, go watch that video. And if you don't watch that video of that car on just 93 and not want one, you're just not a car person. Or you don't have $100,000+. There's that too, but whatever. I wasn't sure if you were going to make it up to Ice Cream Cruise in Iowa. See, now you changed the game a little bit. Put that on the calendar. Shoot us the dates. I loved Ice Cream Cruise when we went last time. And I know they got some roll racing, and I know they got old Smooth Ty out there that's been gapping up on people. So I very well may bring my C7 up there to put him in his place. Shout out to Smooth Ty. Good job. V3 or CT5V? It depends on what your budget is. If budget's not a factor, CT5V all day. I still think the V3s lack a few things. The CT5V is a different animal. I have a stock L84 making 620 on stock internals with 2650. Should I be scared of my rings butting? I'm on 13.5 degrees of time and at 12 PSI. It depends on where your fueling is at. That's more important. Fueling is what's going to be critical on that. And then not making back-to-back pulls or extended pulls. Just keep in mind that you're playing with fire, control that fire. Yes. So we have a couple cars that have the FTR in it now. I will be meeting with Delgado to go over and tune them and learn the tuning, precise. I'm stoked. I think the FTR Motec's going to be, I don't think it's going to be a game changer. It's just an expensive setup. And then I've got to go through the training as well to make sure that I'm giving out the best of, my ability. But once the FTR car starts rolling this year, I think a lot more people are going to hop on board. How does the new Blackwing drive with all that chop you dialed into it? Like a stock smooth car. I'll be with it tomorrow. I'll make a video of that because it's got a nice chop, but as soon as you put it in gear, it's nice and smooth, no issues. I mean, it's beautiful. But yeah, that cam sounds aggressive. All the people that are like, oh, it's a stage 1 cam, it doesn't chop. Go listen to that video. Matt, yes, I'm going through the Motec stuff now, so give me a little bit and we'll be doing that. It's not that I can't do it, right? It's that I want to make sure that I'm doing everything properly. I don't wing things, especially not that. So I'll be working with Delgado and learning from other people. Brandon Weber from ARS has been helping me out, kind of showing me some things. I'm going to take info from everybody. I'm going to work it together and figure out what works for me and what works for everybody else. V3 Blackwing, we just went through that. Blackwing. I emailed a while back, but didn't hear back. I'm in Houston, would like to get in-person tuning if possible. Los, sorry, man, if I missed your email, shoot me another one. If not, shoot me a text. But I'll be there this month, and we can go ahead and get you taken care of, no problem. What are the biggest limitations of a stock LT1 fuel system? Volume and injector size. I don't know exactly what you're asking me there, so if you could break that down a little more, I'm sorry. Would Wendy be down for a Racing Wives group chat? My wife would love to know more. Yes, of course she would. Oh, she commented back. Look for the comment. When do you plan on being in Houston? April 10th. April 10th? April 10th. April 10th, I'll be in Houston. I have a 94 Chevy Lumina. Can you tune my car? Thanks in advance. If you can plug an OBD2 into it, I'll tune that shit. What are the most common tuning mistakes that can damage an LT engine? Improper injection timing, over timing, not caring about heat mitigation, making sure everything stays controlled. All right, these are getting into detailed questions, so we will make videos about that. But I don't, we're not here to teach tuning for this.
That'll be in our subscription.
That'll be in our subscription. We'll start doing some tuning videos there, so you can ask the questions there, and we'll add it on. I need tune, please, but I only have a TDN. We do TDN. I have TDN, so hit me up. Ice Cream Cruise, September 26th through 28th. She already knows. She's reading the comments. No, we live in Puerto Rico, so but we travel to Houston a lot. We have a place there as well, so we're kind of back and forth. Thank you, Cyber. I appreciate it, and I did see your log, so I got you, boo. What car does your wife have? She has 2009 CTSV with a 10-speed and makes about 1,400 wheel. John, look, the guy that was asking about nitrous, that's your dude. Hit him up. And I know, John, I saw it, and my ADD made me forget. So I'll respond to you after this. But John Verrett from Nitrous Outlet, if you guys need nitrous and you want to stop being scared, right there, hit that man up. How do I know if I'm running out of fuel on LT4? You message me, send me a log, and I'll tell you. You already sent me a log. I'll let you know. I appreciate you giving me some leeway last night, too. I pay for it, right? I go buy your tuning. Wait, hold tight. I need tune, please. Yes. You just go to the justinwhitetune.setmore.com and book it there. It's linked at the top. All right. So, getting towards the end of this, if you're on Facebook or Instagram and you have some comments, come over to Tuned In with JWT on YouTube. I'll give you guys another few minutes, ask some questions. If you guys need anything, shoot us a like, share, subscribe, help us out. We're going to start doing the membership. I'll do members only videos. $9.99 a month will be the members only videos, and $49.99 will give you access to tuning help as well. So if you have in-depth questions, things like that, if you're part of our $49.99 monthly deal, we will go ahead and, hey man, I'm fighting this car. I'm having issues. Can you help me? Yes, here you go. Boom, boom, do this. Something people have asked for. So I didn't really want to do it, but I'm going to do it. Guys, work with me on that. I'm low-key the plug for y'all. Just mentioned Justin White for the good price. Thank you, John. I really appreciate it, ma'am. Hey, Justin, quick question. Is the Z01 a better car or SS1 Elite for drag racing purposes? I would think Z01, but yeah, so you can make the SS1 Elite as fast, but it's not like the situation of the C7, right? Because the C7 Z06 and the C7 Z51, they're really close, right? You're going to build the motor anyway. It's no big deal, but the rear end, the trans, all that's the same. The 1LE is kind of a different there, but the transmission's different. It's a 10L80, not a 10L90. You got to build the motor. So the more I'm talking, the more I'm thinking you might be onto something. But an SS1LE is almost the same price as a ZL1. That's where I think it would get me. Yeah, I don't know. I would think the ZL1 would be an easier route, because I don't think there's enough of a difference. Where C7 Z51 to Z06 is like $30,000. A 1LE to a ZL1, correct me if I'm wrong, is only like 15. Once again, these guys are full of it. We need to show the world. HP don't mean nothing if the tune ain't hitting. That's right. Horsepower don't mean nothing if the tune ain't hitting. That's fair. We've had the 10-speed, how long? A few months now. But remember, we've been dealing with a lot of stuff. We've been moving, handling stuff. We've been to events. We're going to get there. Yeah, we do live in a different country than the car is. Are the 10-speeds faster than DCTs? They're not supposed to be, but if you watch the Blackwing video, that 10-speed definitely looks like a DCT. So I don't know. I think there's something in the algorithm for the Blackwing that's definitely different, because I did actually tonight, I applied some of that into a swap truck, and his reply back was it's like a completely different truck. So there's definitely something going on with the Blackwings, which I'm excited for. More stuff we've learned, more stuff we're going to apply going forward. All right. give you another few minutes and then we'll wrap this up. I think this was a good one. I really appreciate you guys being here and kind of helping, staying strong in here. Hopefully I gave out a lot of good information, and moving forward, we're gonna keep this at the 2 weeks because I like that I had enough to speak about and that I didn't feel like I was rushing. I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys everything and answered your questions properly, etc. Oh, and if you don't know, we do have merch. This is one of them. Am I going the right way? Boom. JustinWhiteTune.shop. So if you guys want some merch, we've got a bunch of different shirts, bunch of different things, some hoodies, because we don't wear hoodies here. Shoot over there, JustinWhiteTune.shop. Wendy handles that, and she does a damn good job of it. I love this one myself. It's my favorite so far. But we've got tons of different designs out there, and she's constantly doing different things for that. So our single cab V8 1500 is good. Of course. Yeah. I mean, they're lighter, right? So explain to guys still ride the fence when turning off torque management and not turning it off on the Gen 5 LT4, specifically 8-speed. That will be a members only video, only because I don't want that information going out to just everybody, but the 8-speed is the exception to the rule. So on an 8-speed, we will turn it off, but there's a reason we do it and how we do it. So make sure you think of that. But on a 10-speed and a 6-speed, do not turn it off. You don't need to. If you need to turn it off, it's because you don't have the tune right. The 8-speed is the only one that will actually slow you down, even if the trans is shifting properly. But if you turn it off and you don't know what you're doing and your tune's not right, your 8-speed will blow up immediately. So understand that too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Anybody that gets the merch, I really appreciate it. And yeah, the shirts deliver really fast. So we got a good supplier. Everything, seems to be working out really well. And anybody that's bought the merch, we really appreciate it. Hey man, you need to get with Tim. He's got my C7. He's putting it together with the M182. Well, all you gotta do is tell me, fool. You know that. Anyways, also one last thing while we're here, got a few of you left for anti-theft tunes. So a lot of people ask me about it. We do have anti-theft on our site. If you have a TDN, that's even better because I can put it in the app for you. I actually did one right before I started this. It's not hard to make the file, right? So basically we're just going in there and we're disabling a lot of the fueling and a lot of the timing and things like that. Most people don't want to do that in their own tune because they don't want to make a mistake. So for $100, we do it for you. If you want that, make sure to go book that on the site, send us the file. It doesn't matter who tunes it, if we tune it or not. I can still set that up for you, shoot it over to you. If you're on TDN, I can log in and set it to where you have your file as well as your anti-theft. Stop letting your cars get stolen. Shit don't make no sense. It takes you 30 to 45 seconds to flash that tune in the car, and you could literally leave your keys in the car, and if they don't have a flatbed, they can't take it. So they won't be able to start it. They can't brake clean it. They can't do anything. It will not happen. So literally, I can load an anti-theft tune in a car and hand you the key and walk away, and you're not taking it. So it's $100, or you can do it yourself. Just be smart, guys. Use the anti-theft stuff. We offer it because I'm tired of watching people's cars get stolen. It'd be much funnier to see somebody hanging out of your window when you pop a cap in his ass because he couldn't get the car to start and he's stuck. Can you buy the TDN or it has to be yours? No, you buy an RTD or an HP tuner, you just get the TDN account. So TDN is an app on your phone, and it links to your HP tuner via Bluetooth, and we send the files over the internet through a server called TDN, which is a tuner delivery network for HP tuners. Yes, we do have stickers. We need to get stickers on the website, but I don't think we have them on there right now. But Wendy's working on that. If not, reach out to Wendy. She can have that. And boom, I have to restock stickers, but I'm going to add some on the website. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, the last trip we brought them with us, and they went out fast. Just to clarify, the anti-theft tune would be something after your initial tuning is complete, right? Yes. Once we get the tune dialed in. Or if you want it for during the tuning, I can make that too. You don't want your car to get stolen while we're tuning it. I've had that happen 2 or 3 times actually. So hit me up and let me know and I'll do it. It's not a problem. It's like I said, it takes 45 seconds to load it in. Yeah, it's not flipping a switch, but dude, those switches and all that, they can still bypass it. They can still get around it. The anti-theft tune, here you go. Will it prevent them replicating a key? You can give them your key to the car. Once that file's in there, if they're not bringing a whole nother computer with a tune on it, it's not happening. They're not starting it. And, it's really hard to argue with that. Yeah, it's not hard to do the anti-theft tune, and honestly, it's just to cover the 45 seconds or minute or whatever to make it. It takes a little longer than that, but you know what I'm saying. I just wanted to make it accessible enough. This is for anybody, whether I tune your car or not, doesn't matter. You send the file, I can build you an anti-theft file. If you want to do it yourself, like I said, you go through there, zero out some fuel, zero out some spark, just make sure you adjust that right, and it works. It doesn't matter if you have a key. Again, the drivability on my Tahoe has been great, even though we just started tuning last week. Definitely recommended it. Appreciate it, man. And we're gonna get it even better. So I appreciate you working with us, and everybody that's patient while we're tuning and doing this and all that. Your patience is greatly appreciated. But if things are dragging on, and you're like, hey, Justin, get that shit together. Don't feel bad. Just let me know, and we'll make sure it happens. Marcellus, I need stickers. Single best horsepower adder bang for. That's right. That's right. JWT sticker adds 45 horsepower per square inch. Wait, so as long as they have an HP tuner device, they can still overwrite the anti-theft tune? No. Well, they'd have to have a key to your car, an HP tuner, credits to your car, and a tune to load in your car. So by the time they did all of that, that's about 45 minutes. If they've got 45 minutes with your car and they know to do that because they know that that's why your car's not starting, maybe, but very, very unfortunate, very, very hard for that. I doubt that would ever happen. Can you do anti-theft tune on Hellcats? Yes, I can do it on Hellcats as well. Anything with HP tuners, I can do it. If HP license it, side by side, jet ski, doesn't matter, we can do it. I didn't know Samtech still did tuning schools. But I mean, the advice I would give for any tuning is make sure that you listen to everything. Get all the info from everybody. Test. Make sure you test. Don't just believe and put values. If you're putting a value in a spot and you don't know why you got that value or you don't know what that changes, don't fucking touch it. And if you're doing that, then you're being negligent, and that's just a bad way to do it. So the best you can do is just spend a shitload of time and listen to everything and test it yourself. If it's supported from HP tuners, we can do an anti-theft tune for it. It has to be supported by HP tuners. I do not think Kia is, but if it is, yes, we can. Is there anything you'd like to add? Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. So just same thing. Like, subscribe, share, help us out, spread this around. We got a lot of tuning, a lot of traveling coming up. If you guys need anything, hit me up, justinwhite.setmore.com to schedule any appointments. justinwhitetune.shop for merch. We'll have our memberships, and I'll be putting a lot of things into that. Outside of that, I think we're done, right? I appreciate all the questions, all the Q&A. Just remember that not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after this, we'll be doing it again. I will have a whole new list of things to go over. And thank you for coming. I'll see you in 2 weeks.